Hello everybody, it's Wiki Showtime, and I wanted to talk to you today about focus on the message, not the messenger. And far too often we focus on who's delivering the message as opposed to the message. And I learned this valuable lesson years ago. I remember one time I was around like 22 years old, and I was going through a depressed point. I used to gamble a lot, and I lost a lot of money, like thousands of dollars from gambling. So I was trying to figure how I was going to recover from this situation, right? So at that time, I never had a drink before, and I had a lot of friends that used to drink. So they tried to convince me to get it, have a drink to kind of, take away, the stress. So for probably a couple of days, I kept saying no, no, no. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So I had a drink, and it was the first time I ever had a drink, and it felt great, and I wanted to like continue on. So literally, I got to the point that every single day I was drinking, and not, with a chaser with orange juice or Coke or Sprite. It was straight from the bottle. I remember it was like, during the time it was like gin. So, and I called myself, and my friends were drinking gin and juice, but I wanted to really get rid of the pain. So for probably like about a month and a half, I was just drinking every day, and not just to the point of just having a sip, to the point that I was literally drunk, slurring the words. So it was a guy who was a crack addict actually, told me like, what am I doing in my life? He said, you know what, man, it's not you, right? And I said, man, I'm going through lost a lot of money, right? And he was like, so drinking is not gonna solve the problem. And to be honest with you, every day that I had to drink, I was good. So he told me, he said, you know one thing? He said, you can keep drinking, but once you're sober, the pain is still gonna be there, right? I said, so what you mean? He said, you can't get rid of that. He said, what you do is focus on trying to, make some more money, replace that, not drinking, because the pain is still gonna be there, right? So probably about like a month after he said that, I realized like, you know what, every time in the morning time, once I'm sobered up, I'm still focused on that I don't have any money, and as opposed to trying to get back out there and try to make some money. So literally from that point on, from that day on, I never had another drink, and it was a valuable lesson. And it came from a person that, like I say, who was a crack addict, that I'm saying every day. And I'm like, at the time I didn't want to take the advice, but once I really processed it, it was true. So I say that to say that's one of the many lessons, that I've learned, from my kids, like I just recently learned something from my 29-year-old and my 14-year-old, just about video production and some other stuff, and just about, just trying to tell my story. And I would have never, at 29, he always gives good advice, right? But my 14-year-old really surprised me. And I was like, at that moment, I'm like, I wasn't expecting to hear that. But my point is that you have to focus on who's delivering, what the message is, not the messenger. Because a lot of time, the person who's giving the message might be a pastor, might be a deacon, might be a rabbi, might be a Buddhist, who knows, might be somebody of another race, might be a child, might be a bum on the street. In actuality, I got information from people that, that I never expected to get from, and for that much, that really means a lot to me. So I've learned that even if somebody's talking and they can be saying 10 minutes of information that you can't use, but it might be 10 seconds of something that could change your life. So I say that to say that, focus on the message and not the messenger, So that's y'all. Thank you. And also, you can check my videos out on YouTube under Wiki Showtime, on Instagram under Wiki Showtime, and Twitter under Wiki Showtime. So appreciate you for watching. All right, thanks.